Hello! Today we are going to take a look at Ivanna from Rene of Paris. This is the first Rene of Paris wig I have ever had, let alone reviewed, so I am pretty eager to share the details with you. Be right back. My name is Veronica, and I would like to thank you for joining me today on Spare Hair Love Affair, a channel designed to help you navigate through the somewhat complex world of alternative hair. If you think this is something that might be helpful to you, I ask you to please hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever I bring new hair loss or wig-related content to YouTube. I would like to thank TL Wigs for sending me Ivanna so that I could provide you with this review. I have included the direct product link for Ivanna within the description box of this video, as well as the overall commerce link for tlwigs.com. TL Wigs offers exceptional pricing in that the majority of brands are discounted 30 to 40% off daily, with the exception of Raquel Welch and Gabor, which are discounted on the weekends. In addition, flexible payment options such as Shop Pay are offered, as well as a pretty good rewards program. TL Wigs offers outstanding customer support. It's an online vendor that is big enough to have everything you would need in terms of selection, but small enough to know you as a customer. If ever you need help, you are welcome to send an email to info@tlwigs.com. Furthermore, we really encourage and invite you to subscribe to our private Facebook group that is called TL Wigs Support, Inspiration, and Education. By subscribing to this private group, you are going to be first to know about any flash sales, special deals, or giveaways that are going to be offered to you as a member of that private group. And in case you've ever been wondering, when we say private Facebook support group, that means if you post something on there, it's not going to show up on your regular Facebook wall. I always wondered that when I had not come out of the wig closet yet. And finally, it is highly likely at some point in your wig journey, you're going to have some questions about a color, about a style. We invite you to scroll down on the tlwigs.com main webpage and take a look at our reviewers. Right on there are the links, the YouTube links for the 3 YouTube reviewers associated with TL Wigs. If you've got a question on a particular style or color, chances are one of our reviewers may have taken a pretty in-depth look at it. Alrighty, let's jump into discussing this adorable style. What I'm wearing is Ivanna from Rene of Paris, and this is in the shade Ice Blond. Ice Blond is a non-rooted regular synthetic. It is described as an ash blonde base with white gold tips and highlights around the face. It's definitely considered cool. For those of you who have watched my videos previously, I have got to let you know that the lighting on this particular review is different than my norm. Typically, I only have indirect light coming in, natural light from a window. I have had nothing but overcast skies and storms to the point where it almost looks like it is dusk round the clock. So I do actually have an artificial light shining on me right now. So that is, number one, I believe making these fibers look a little bit shinier than they actually are. And I also believe that it is making the color appear slightly more golden than it truly is. It is definitely cool. Neutral, but definitely leaning more toward the cool side. It is not golden at all. I do not really see a ton of face framing highlights. I do see a little bit of the tips, but it's not nearly as profuse as some of the other tipped colors that are in the Rene of Paris line. This actual shape of this is really cute. It is quite symmetrical and it is quite uniform all the way around. We're looking at about 11.5 inches on the fringe as well as on the crown. And the nape itself is 5.5 inches. So let me turn just a little bit for you so you can see what we're looking at. The curl pattern, let me talk a little bit about that before I turn. It is not a spiral, it is a wave, but it is really beautiful. And to be honest with you, I like this very, very well. In fact, a lot more than some of my more expensive mid-length wavy bob wigs. So let me turn for you so you can get an idea. One of the things that I am most impressed with and most surprised about, given the fact that this is a Rene of Paris wig, is that in my research, Rene of Paris and Noriko wigs are notoriously famous for a good deal of permatease. This does not have it. It has some, but it is not on the top. We've got some going on the sides, but not a tremendous amount, which I like. Got a little bit, but not too much. And therefore, I don't think this gives it a completely artificial bowl-shaped helmet head look, which is really fantastic. One of the things that I do want to draw your attention to is that we do have a lace front. The lace front on this is a little bit funky, and I do want to draw this to your attention. One of the things I want to do is get a little closer to show you this hairline. Now it's a pretty decent hairline. It's a little bit visible, but one of the things that is a little odd is that there is a pretty obvious line of demarcation here where the lace ends and the rest of the hair picks up. You can feel it and you can definitely see it. Can you hear that? You've got the same thing going on the other side. But there is a tremendous amount of hair that is spliced in on the sides here, so you will not see it unless somebody is super, super, super close on you. One of the things that I say is that if anybody is that close into your business, that close up into your face and into your personal space, they know you're wearing a wig anyway. So although you can definitely feel this, and when you get close, that seam is visible, it's not a deal breaker. You do have a left-sided monopart, and one of the other things that is very interesting is that the ear tabs on here do not have any metal stays. They are just kind of floppy, but they provide exceptional comfort. And the coverage on this is phenomenal. Again, this comes down very, very far, and we've got a lot of hair that is spliced here into the sides. So this is a middle of the road in terms of price wig. This right now on the TL Wigs website is retailing for just under $200 with a 30% off discount. I believe it's $197 for this particular shade. You're getting some very good quality. You are getting a regular synthetic. You are getting a left-sided monopart. You are getting a lace front. Granted, it's not the best lace front I've ever seen, but it's a good lace front. This cap is offering superior comfort. When I take it off and show you the inside, you will see that we do have open wefts on the side and back. We do not have an extended nape, but this is extremely comfortable because this is my first Rene of Paris wig personally. I really don't have anything to compare it to in terms of size, but I have a 21.25-inch circumference. This fits me very comfortably. I had to make minor adjustments in terms of the adjusters, but I got a really good secure fit. I'm very, very pleased, and this is ridiculously comfortable. The ear tabs don't fit me exactly where I would like them to fit me, but it's not a big deal because there aren't those metal pieces in there, and so I have incredible comfort and more coverage than I typically have in most wigs. So I am absolutely loving this. As far as density goes, I would say this is a medium density wig. I had tremendous face flop when I first took this out of the box. It just wanted to go like this, and I kind of resembled a blonde cousin it. What I did do is take a tiny bit of water and I sprayed it in here, and I actually pinned this back on my wig stand with a tiny plastic clip, and I let it dry. That is all this needed. And so I was able to achieve a little bit of contour with this. Again, folks, remembering this is not a heat-friendly synthetic. You do not want to put heat of any kind on here. Do not use a hair dryer. Do not use any heat appliances. You are going to ruin your investment. But I am incredibly pleased. In terms of the feel of these fibers, they are really nice. I would say that they are a little more on the drier side. They remind me a little bit of some of the Gabor regular synthetic fibers. They're not stiff, they're not crunchy, but they're a little bit drier, which I don't mind. I truly believe it's a very beautiful fiber. And I am a little bit disappointed in myself that I have not tried this before, because I think it is positively darling. If I get a little bit of a break in the rain here in the next hour or so, I am going to slip outside and at least try to give you a little bit of daylight. There is not going to be any sun and probably going to end up with some rain. But again, that's the beauty of synthetic wigs. If we get wet, so be it. It's going to dry in the same curl pattern that we have. So this is Ivanna by Rene of Paris. Let's take a look at the inside of the cap. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that this closer look at Ivanna by Rene of Paris was helpful to you. Remember, you don't owe anyone an explanation for why you choose to feel confident. So wear that wig and wear it proudly. And I will see you next time on Spare Hair Love Affair. Bye.